The Outer Banks music scene punches above its weight because it's the Outer Banks. If we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it. If we're gonna tell you that we're gonna go to New York and sing at the Metropolitan Opera House, we're gonna do that.
The Outer Banks kind of a unique place because it offers so many gigs for a musician, and you just kind of learn on the job.
I feel like the Outer Banks as a whole, there's no class system here of any kind. And I think with music, nobody's better than anybody else. We're all in this, and we're all just making music for whatever reason.
Writing for the most part of my life and playing with people, but never in a band until I was here on the Outer Banks 5 years ago. And it became
just an expression.
And I was like, I need this.
I think a lot of it is just the nature, and a lot of people work in it and we play in it. But I think that's just a really nurturing environment for creative people.
The beauty of the nature and the sounds of the seagulls and the sounds of the waves and the sound of the wind through the chimes just builds and is a place where the seeds of music plant and grow.
I love the way storms roll in. When I play like the banjo, it's really moody. And to me, it's like the soundtrack of a thunderstorm.
Receiving the vibration of music in general is healing.
You can measure the frequencies, and those are going into the bodies of people receiving.
You spend a lot of time with your feet in the water and the sand, like it's gonna influence everything about you.
We're here at my home church, Haven Creek Missionary Baptist Church. This is the place where I started singing. My first voice lesson was from my aunt, and she gave me a tip. She said, now, baby, you got to get ugly to sing. You can't sing for the Lord pretty. You got to mean it.
My dad, he moved here in 1962. He's a painter. So I grew up in a pretty artistic household. And then my mom was a musician. And there was just a lot of creativity coming from every angle and just a lot of positive encouragement to just do whatever I want.
I grew up in a very musical family. Both of my parents are musicians, and my mom has been a grade school music teacher forever.
Willow, I played gigs with her dad for years, and now we have our own project. It's called Susie Jacuzzi. It's a really fun band.
She can play everything.
That's
I'm just
not
going to say
true.
her whole family and every person that is dating or married to someone in their family all plays music. It's pretty incredible. It actually makes me cry sometimes.
My parents were inspired by the new hermeneutics who played at the circus tent in Kill Devil Hills. It was about the harmony, it was about the music, and it was so good. They were really good.
We have 2 children, Josh, who goes by Marty now, who's an amazing, accomplished musician and creative person, and then our daughter, Lucy. She's an amazing musician in her own right.
They're both super creative.
In churches, when you have the elder and the elder ladies particularly saying, we believe in you, you do it, we got you, we're right here with you, and if anybody says something, we got your back. So that gave me the support and gave me the, I can do this.
You try to force music, it's going to sound like it's really forced.
I love the expression, cast a wide net. It's so Outer Banks. I mean, we just live that way.
I'm not interested in just one genre of music. I want to play as often as I can, and I think it's a good way to be like a well-rounded artist of any type. I think that's where everyone kind of comes together here, even if we have different backgrounds and different interests, wanting to like express ourselves in different ways.
As far as playing gigs down here, and especially with the Yacht Dogs, it's such an eclectic band. Harry Harrison, Matt Wentz, Josh Martier, my bandmates, some of the best musicians I know and have ever played with. We want to play all of the hits that people don't know. let's play all bangers, but ones no one's heard of.
In 2019, we met Tim. He had a little studio in his house, and we ended up meeting up with him and playing some music and became friends. And then Tim and I started Core Deluxe. It was a very happy time in my life because I finally met people and connected musically to where you can't explain it until
you could just express yourself.
Or you just would get goosebumps, like jamming things, and you're like, honestly, just enjoying being together and writing music.
One thing, always leads to the next. As a musician, having to keep fresh and keep learning and keep collaborating. The older I get, the more I feel so inspired by, everyone that's still creating and like an infusion.
It's like a big family vibe, and there's a lot of cross-pollination between bands, and everybody's very supportive of one another. The most memorable gig, I think, on the Outer Banks was not when I was playing, but I was there, lucky enough. Every Monday, they would have jazz night at Arts Place with a local trio, Joe Mapp and the Coordinates. At one point, Tim Reynolds plays with Dave Matthews now, and he was in town. And then Stanley Jordan, legendary jazz guitar player, he was in town. He was working with the artist Christy Lene, and they all showed up to jazz night. We were crammed in this tiny room that holds about 20 people, but there's about 50 people in there, and it was pretty legendary.
Growing up, we would try to regularly get together with our family friends. We'd drive out on the beach, spend all day, or maybe we'd go to a friend's house for like a little shindig. And I just remember being a kid and being just so like enthralled how everyone would just pick up an instrument and just play. And we just sit in a circle and sing. And it was just a lot of fun growing up in that type of environment.
We got into doing a kind of a blues thing at the Rundown on Monday nights, maybe. You would sing songs. People would write lyrics on napkins. You would sing them.
I called it Room Full of Blues, and then everyone would write their blues verses on napkins and bring them to me, and then I would stand up there and just like sing the verses and fling the napkins all over the room. I wish I had those napkins.
Yeah.
It would be so fun.
I sang for my dad's funeral right here in this church. That pivotal moment in my life, if I could sing for my dad's going home celebration, as we call it, I could do anything.
So I think if I was to put in like a photo, maybe an Ed Tupper photo of what music would be on the Outer Banks, it would probably be a band playing and a local that goes there every single Friday night with their dog, someone drinking a PBR, kids playing skee ball, and maybe someone getting rushed to the ER with a fishing hook in their like
Their lip.
Yeah.
Music is in the water and in the land here and in the people, because there's lovely, spirited, heartfelt people here. So we're here, punching above our weight class.
Some nights I'll just turn my chair and face the water and just tell everybody, like, I'm gonna play to the water tonight. And nobody cares because we're just relaxed and listening. But being able to just like play the sun down over the water, I feel like that's quite a gift.